All right, at this time, let's welcome the dance group to the stage. The junior Mount St. Elias dancers are a Tlingit group from Yakdat. These children and grandchildren know their names, clans, songs, and history because their grandparents fought for them. You are witnessing intergenerational strength. In this performance, the history you'll hear is from the Copper River along the coast down to Lituya Bay. In the early 1950s, elders of Yakdat preserved their collective history and songs of local clans. They named the group after Kinech Kwan at Uwu, Wat E Tusha, Mount St. Elias, the 18,008-foot mountain that stands out of the icy waves of Yakdat. The Mount St. Elias regalia is distinctive Tlingit style, showcasing the influence of their ancient trading partners and neighbors, the Athabaskan and Eyak. Some of the regalia you see dancing today has been dancing for more than 6 generations. Several of the songs that the group sings are ancient trade songs or may have been won by the Yakdat Tlingit from the Athabaskan, Tsimshian, and Aleut. Many of the songs and movements are more than 1,000 years old. Junior Mount St. Elias, Gook!
Oh, kokotudi atia, tatskiye katsa. How? Asia ya ni klein tunach. Yagan tu atte. How? Achtuchia, achu ayuhanch, hayi siku. Had to assault the Mount St. Elias dancers yauk datech. Let's get to ye dechaya. Hakawaha, Kashiach, Sachayik, Hakunahu. Yai that Jesuke Sakawashi, Shia, Etu a Saukishi, Ya Ichtak Shi. Chaku you have Lilku Haskoka, Ikan Yi, you, Nilte Hiti de Akwa at Kanukun, Klayeshi, Katushijin, Aya. Yanwasha shi kaya city yuka gwantan shau iya has to jisia to tlashat chu to tlashat yu yakdad kun chish kika ish has wushkitan ya akwan kaya aksani has yanyeti akhun kui has tu iya yatqin lineti kun chisha yui dayatuqa qaqanaq adi how yari dat hetideya sakqol ya yakdat qan yetke tlakhwasiya hastu qakhya hatawukliqe hawl kun chish qauqadan an yetkusani aqayti sa akhi haku alshi tawa usquq ya hagetki ate sakqol akhya kun chish Yat akwaya, konana, jitkaya, yau tuwatlak, achtuchkacha koyu, ha'iyo titlitlak konanach. Ha'iya konakatawasiku, yashi, akataututleki, katisku te ya ateuchi hakauti ha'i Tlingit khasati, ya hakunku hastin, yari detlate kak enakayis to a sauk, at the baskin. Yat a southern Tachoni aya has to jitreo to what lakachia konachtua yak has cosatini yahunki has achwa hashukat costi you southern Tachoni hat kuwutini. How? Gwalshi to was good. Hey Tinake, Yahagetke, Adekatena Sashikuye, Tlingit, oh, Kunachas Dukatrea Hatuk. So I'm going to give you a quick translation here. These are our most precious children, the descendants of Galtiach Kwan, Yakdat Kwan, and Kunachu Kwan. And we're really, really proud of these kids and the way that they dance, passed down from our ancestors from those 3 areas of the Gulf Coast. And the first song that they sang is a song that we've held on to in Yakutat from our friends and relatives, the Anwasha, the Kagwantan gunboat women, and it's with a lot of love and respect that we hold that song for them. The song that they came dancing in on, I spoke about it earlier. It's a song that we received from our interior relatives. And as many of you know, the Yakutat people had extensive trade networks up the Alsek and the Copper rivers into the interior, and then all the way along the coast, out into Aleut country, down all the way to at least as far as Washington State. And that song we received from our Athabascan trade partners, and it made me feel really good to see some of our relatives coming down from the interior, from Fort Selkirk and other areas in the Yukon Territory. And wanted to say Tlingit to you folks for continuing that relationship with us coastal folks. The next song that they're going to sing and dance for you all is a song that comes from my clan. In the old days, we were referred to by many names, Tlachain Kwan, Kinech Kwan, and today in Yakutat, we're known as the Quashka Kwan, after our people bought the stream Quashk, Humpy Creek. And this song comes from our homeland in the interior of Alaska, in the Copper River Valley. There are nice grassy meadows that fill up with flowers in the summertime. And all those mountains in our homeland, they cause this constant breeze to be blowing there from one direction or another. It'll be coming out of this valley, drainage wind, and sometimes it'll switch to this one over here. And you'll see the grass blowing around in the wind, and then every once in a while there'll be a big gust of wind from this side. It'll blow all the grass over to one side, and then the wind will change directions and the grass will blow over to the other side. As our ancestors were leaving their homeland in search of a new place to live, before they got to Yakutat, they started to get homesick, and they composed this song about these grassy meadows of our homeland and how they would sit and watch the grass blow around on a sunny day. So this song is called Sanadu. So, in the old days, some of our ancestors, they used to like to get together and gamble. So they used to have fun a long time ago. Alqa. And these types of games, they kind of fell out of use. But when they would play these games, they had songs for them. These really nice songs with good melodies. So in Yakutat, the melodies to one of these songs was repurposed to be a love song. And this is a pretty famous one to this day. And as you can see, we bring our ladies forward. And this is one for them to really shine and show how good of dancers they are, how beautiful they are, and how nice their regalia is. We have our ladies step forward and dance what we call the honey song. And the words to this song, they're Gusu, Gusu wa'e, where are you? And then we call to the children of a clan. And now that we're a mixed group comprised of many clans from both the moieties, the Tlingit and the Shengukweti, we sing to children of both of the clans that originally used this song, the Shengukweti and the Tlingit. So when you hear us call out Shengukweti Yetke, that's for the children of Shengukweti fathers, and Tlingit Yetke for the children of Tlingit fathers. They're singing to you. This is a love song for you. There's a piece of Tlingit culture that to me seems to be really, really important. It was a vital way of the way our ancestors used to do things. And you may have heard of it before. This ceremony is called Kuwakan. It's a peace ceremony. And we don't do them much anymore. I think we should. And this song that these kids are about to sing and dance for you was written as a peace song. And a lot of these peace songs, this one in particular, it's supposed to be funny and light to move past that conflict that you have between two clans. This was a peace song that was composed by my clan, the Kwashkekwan, when we were in conflict with another clan. So they composed a funny song about Raven, and there's a little story that goes with it. And we call this one Yel Kayak Kwani in Tlingit, Raven and the Mussel People. And it's a really short little story. So the story goes, Raven went down to the beach and he saw that the tide was going out, and he was so happy that he could see all the mussels down there and all these goodies that he could eat. So he starts singing to the mussel people. And then the tide started to come in, and he started to get sad, and he started to cry because he couldn't see them anymore. Pretty soon all he could see was barnacles, and pretty soon he couldn't even see those. And that's it, that's the whole story. And so that's the way that the words go to this song, Ye Qatleinin, whenever the tide goes out, Achtu Siku, I'm happy. Yak Kohani, mussel people, Yichut an Qatlenji, when I look out among you. And then Dak Kakateinin, every time the tide comes in, Achtu Anuk, I get sad. Tsuk Kohani, barnacle people, Chutletli Khotini, because I can't see you anymore. Ye awetu shiyashi. Ya katsako katlek. Ya akatsako katlek shi ya. Ya hagetke.
Goop!
Tin hagetke. Kon khiyasa shikuk. Yat aya. Yis kon u khiyasiti. Kash ke kwan ye tak away. This hit yi tak. Yi tinake. Ate ka wat lewe. Yak nuko. You could see Ford over here on the stage. He was cracking open those mussels that he picked. Oh. Well, we're really, really proud of our children and the way that they're following in their ancestors' footprints. And that's literally what they're going to do for this next song. So us Yakutat folks, we tend to be real romantic people. And one of our ancestors, he was Kwashkakwan. And he walked up into the interior to trade, as the Yakutat Kwan were wont to do in the old days. And he met this beautiful interior woman. And at some point, he had to leave and go back to his people. But when he made it back home, he regretted it. He regretted leaving her there. So he composed a song for her. And in the song, he sings, which way am I going to go? Hete, shate, that way, toward the mountain. I'm going to walk right through it. He was going to walk right through that mountain to get to that beautiful interior lady. And this is the song and dance that these children are going to do for you next. You know, there's something that I never really understood about that song. When he makes it to the other side, we're not really sure why he turns right around like that. Maybe she was taken when he got there. Yat akha aite a ya ris khag aya akata kwaleh yit a aya kakwaskitak ya hagetke khag city a. Our children are going to do a real show for you folks now, these young men. This next one, this is one that we like to use as an invitational for any young men out there under the age of 18. We'd like to invite you to come up here and dance against our boys up here. There's another part of our culture that we don't do as often anymore, the dance competition. And you hear us talk about it when we come up on stage, and we'll do a series of songs. And that's how we got some of these foreign songs. We won them in dance competitions. So that's something that we take a lot of pride in Yakdat. The ability of our men to dance really low. And not just to be low, but to be able to move around with our knees so bent. And the reason that we dance that way is because our people, especially in Yakdat, we need to hunt moose and mountain goats and walk for miles and miles and miles into the interior, just like Qunana, and then walk for miles and miles back, packing trade items all the way. So, this song was composed by my paternal aunt, Akhat, Yete Wasauk Kaswoot, Away Yat Han, Kunalchish, Wushkitan Khayasiti. So, the way that this works is you're supposed to dance as low as the lowest dancer without getting stuck and without falling over. And there's a reason that we call this song the Young Man's Challenge. I was just on a canoe journey recently from Cake, and I found out from one of my new nephews that I'm a kashan now, I'm an old man. So that means I get to sit this one out. But I'd like to invite anybody that's under the age of 18 to come up here and dance against these boys. Let's see what you got. You can move all around the stage. I actually encourage you to move because that's kind of the point of this song. And the words to the song, Yinde Wu Nu, means squat down real low. Yinde Wu Nu. Yi tuuk tletsin. Yi tuuk tletsin. Have inner strength. Because that's where the strength comes from when you're dancing. It's your inner strength. It's your discipline that makes you strong. Yata. Dewe uwa sakak akik. Speaking of dance competitions, we really like to have those dance competitions in Yakutat, and that's where a lot of our foreign songs come from. We have a series of songs that we won from the Aleut peoples, the Unangach from way out west in the Aleutian chain. They came to Yakutat, and they wanted to dance against our people. And when they felt that they had lost, they left their song leader in Yakutat for a year to teach us 4 Aleut songs. And we're going to do one of them right now. This is one of our favorite ones because the dance is a really fun dance. And we call this one the Diving Ducks. Well, there are a few things that I'd like to say on behalf of our group. before we boogie on out of here. I'd like to thank, for one, everybody that set this up and made this possible. I'd like to reiterate something that was spoken earlier by Kuyang, Ben Young. It was a brave decision to go ahead with this year's celebration, and I'm really glad that we did. As it was said, we're a social people. These types of gatherings are really, really good for us. They make us all feel really good and connected, and I think they really help us to keep momentum with language and culture revitalization. And I would like to acknowledge all of the amazing work that's being done right now throughout Southeast Alaska. There's so many programs that I can't even name them all, but we've got language nests, and we've got TCLL here in Juneau. I just watched them perform earlier. They did an amazing job. I'm really, really happy to see all of this work continuing and growing and expanding. And you're doing an amazing thing here by keeping our cultures alive, all of our Alaska Native cultures. And our children here, they're going to dance out on my grandfather's people's song, the Qatliaq Kagwantan, from the western Gulf Coast region. And I really hope that you enjoyed our performance. And let's hear it for these kids. Really awesome to see all of them up here. I hope that you all have a great rest of your celebration. And it's always an honor to be able to come here and bring all of our children down so we can share some of our Yakutat culture with you folks. Sheesh.